Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's day 5 of my uncomfortable and awkward challenge. So here we go. Yesterday I posted a video of how I started my YouTube channel, and I also said that I was going to give you guys an update on pre-explant surgery. I did say that my surgery is in May, so it's literally almost in less than a month away, and I wanted to talk about the things that have came up for me even before the surgery, and not only talk about, I guess, what happened afterwards and how did it go and how do I feel and all of that stuff. And I wanted to bring this up because it feels like every time I've looked up explant surgery videos, it's usually most of the time afterwards, and how they felt afterwards, what kind of surgery it was, and how they feel, and everything, and not so much about like the things that might come up before. Everyone's different, so this is my personal experience, and I want to put it out there for anyone that's feeling the same exact way. If they've already chosen to have explant surgery and they're feeling this, like, a lot of things are coming up, a lot of triggers, a lot of fears, and all of that. So I wanted to bring up, basically, I have a list of like what's been coming up for me, and definitely number 1 is healing. I'm healing through, I feel already as if I am grieving, letting them go. Now, I do want to say that this has nothing to do with, oh my God, are you forcing yourself? Like, are you doing this because you have to or whatever? I'm doing this because I choose to, and I'm very excited also. But I do want to say that there's also going to be some grief. I've had my implants for about 13 years now. So it's been a really long time, and I was very young when I chose to get them. And it was a time in my life that I was incredibly insecure. So I also want to talk about that I made my choice, which according to a lot of videos that I've already heard and a lot of women that I've already spoken to and know, they've made their decision to get the implants based off of insecurity. And it's because of society. It's because, what you see on TV, what you see in the celebrities, what you see in magazines, and, sexual objectification, which is huge. And that to me already, I'm so passionate about that topic that that's going to be for another video, definitely, because there's no way I can get into that right now. But my choice 13 years ago came from getting those implants. Definitely not because I loved myself. Definitely not because it was self-care and self-love and spiritual. No, none of that. I didn't have that in my consciousness yet. I was very young, and I just thought that attractiveness and how you look, your appearance and how you look physically is the most important thing in this world. And if you're and it's supposedly, it's like the most important thing to attract your partner or any person, right? So that's where my consciousness was 13 years ago. So definitely I did not make this decision based off of being healthy or it being a healthy decision for myself. I do want to say here, because there have been a couple of videos that I have heard, like, I'm so done with these, and I'm so, like, the implants, like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm definitely not making fun here, but they get the implants themselves after the surgery, and they're like, I'm so done with these, and like, like, they're so toxic. And I agree with all of that. At the same time, though, I do want to give gratitude. I want to give gratitude to them for serving me for as long as they have. And even though they are foreign objects in my body that I decided to put in there, and I didn't think of, is this natural for my body? How's my body going to react? Is this actually healthy? What are they made out of? Are they made out of chemicals, toxins? Like, can this mess with my hormones? Can this mess with my mood? Can this mess with my, with anything? And I didn't have that. Those are not the questions that the doctors ask you when you go to the consultation. You know what I mean? They're not asking you, have you really thought about this? Have you gone on the internet and checked? Do you want me to tell you what they're made out of so you can make a healthy decision here? No, that's not what's going on. So even though I am very excited to have these out of my body and for my body to naturally heal and to be free of these, I am grateful for how long they served me. I am grateful for how long I survived because of these as well. Like it's probably really crazy to some of you to even hear that. Like, what do you mean survive? Well, when you're insecure about something, anything, doesn't even have to be physical, you put a band-aid on top of it, right? Like usually that's what we've done, like suppress and everything before you get into the healing and the spirituality and the trauma wounds and all these things. But you put a band-aid on top of it. And these were my band-aid for my physical appearance, my physical confidence, to go out there and feel like I am beautiful and like all of these things. And now it's time for me to release them, to let them go, but with a lot of gratitude. And so I can release and heal. And it's time for me to love my body in the natural way that it was created. So I am very excited. I'm very nervous. There's definitely a lot of fears that come up. There's fear of how are they going to look? How are they going to heal? Are they going to look okay? I'm going to have to fall in love with my body all over again. Because I did fall in love with my body with these in. After I had these and I saw the appearance and everything, I was like, oh my God, I love it. Like, I love it, and I love how it looks, and I love how when I put this tank top on and boom, 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 like, you know what I mean? All the things. But now it's going to be time for me to fall in love with my body all over again. And it's going to be, I feel like it is going to be a process. It definitely will be. And I have fear also. I have a boyfriend, and he supports my decision all the way. And he loves that I'm going to be doing this for myself, and he does know this is the most empowering thing ever, and he's really excited for me. But there is, of course, that fear that we feel of like, well, when you met me years ago, I've had these all this time we've been together. So how do you know you're going to like them after? How do you know you're still going to like, you know, like the fear and the stories that we create. This is not realistic of like, oh, but how do you know you're going to still love me? Because I mean, he didn't fall in love with me because of these. He fell in love with me because of me, because of who I am internally. And what I bring to the table and what I bring to the relationship and all of that. It has nothing to do with physical appearance. Of course, attraction is super important. And I am very much 100% positive that even with these out, we're still going to have the same attraction. It's just going to be different for me. I'm going to have to fall in love with me all over again. So if I'm not in love with myself yet, in that way, in the natural way, without of these, how am I going to believe that he's going to be in love with me without them, right? So I got to do the work for myself. And I think that's basically it. Yeah, I'm making the most empowered choice for myself and my body, and that's what I truly, truly feel. And I'm very excited. I made this decision. I think it was about a year and a couple months ago when I healed one of my biggest sexual wounds and sexual traumas, and I realized why I got these. And I was like, oh my God, it's time. It's time to let these go. So, yeah, so that's my video for today. That's my update. And let me know if you loved this video. Let me know if you feel like you have any of these fears as well. Let me know if you've even been thinking about getting explant surgery, and maybe, you know, maybe my video helped you in a certain way or anything like that. Let me know if you have any questions, you know, of like what kind of surgery you want to get, or like how do you overcome these fears, and like still how do you overcome all of this? How do you go through all of this and still make the decision to do this for yourself? And I would love to know if you have any kind of feedback, any questions that you guys have. Please post them. I would really love to read them and answer them. And let me know if this helped in any sort of way. All right. Well, I love you guys.